thoughts just signals like waves in the sea, tuned into the frequency of our internal TV. Whose voice are you listening to? How can you say that's definitely you? Was it your will to drink the tea? Or was it decided by feeling thirsty? Okay, so that's just a little tester for you there, just get thinking. Okay, so has everyone got Facebook? Instagram? No, good. I like to hear that. Mind you, I have. But, okay. So once, birds were the only creatures that tweeted. Now humans do it in their millions as communication is depleted. We Facebook instead of speaking, all addicted to phones beeping. Our social media generation, isolated instead of an amalgamation. Consolidating all our eggs in a black mirror, eyes seeing through a filter. Not posting letters but illusions of grandeur causing social paranoia, thumb-walking stalkers and relationship destroyers. Egotistical commentary, avoidance of reality. Log in and sign up. Who's wearing what? Have you seen she's broken up with him and whatnot? Quick, take a selfie. I want the world to see I'm happy and healthy. Location locked in. I have friends and we all grin. So, there we go. I've got a little bit more on this one, but I have friends and we all grin. So hashtag my dinner and tag me in that picture. Post it on Instagram. I look like a winner. I look thinner. So with so tricky. This is one new one. This one, so I'm thinking, oh yeah, woo. So whack that Instagram. I'll look like a winner with echo chambers of processed information widespread across our nation. The reach for the phone when alone. Even a shit would seem strange without a quick comedy skit, makeup tutorial, animal that's fit. All this time to stalk your ex, whack an emoji on someone's distress. But even better if it beeps. Oh, the level of dopamine increase. Who loves me? Likes my picture? Oh, it's an email from Domino's Pizza. Thank you. As you can tell, this is pretty much one of my first ever gigs, so I'm trying to get into this. I was just clapping you guys because I was appreciating your patience. Yeah. Appreciating the patience there. Okay. So what's my next one? My next one is about. Oh, I don't know if any of you guys have used dating apps. I did quite a bit. Right. So I went fishing on Plenty of Fish. Didn't catch much for my dish. I was humble on Bumble and had a few fumbles, but no rumbles in the proverbial jungles. I was a terror on Tinder. Went for many meat, drink and dinner. I became the sexual sinner. Threw my keys in the bowl of Thrinder. There things were much simpler. Game, match, sex, winner. Tried to make it on happen, but spirits were dampened. I walked around. Some interest, no joy. Just glances and passers-by. Look for my love song on Match.com. That went wrong. So again I moved on. Went to meet a few from an app called Badoo. Nothing new. Same old, still felt cold. Went on Meet Me and met myself. Realised this wasn't good for my health. So I deleted all my apps to find a better way to interact. Clapping you again. So the next one's about a sleepless night, really. Lost. But I'm at home, sitting on the sofa on my phone, staring at porn to be precise. It's dark and empty, not helping life. Avoidance. Note to brain. Please refrain from being alone. I'm not good company at all. The phone rings. Fuck that. Reject call. See, life likes to get into my head. Keeps me awake long before noggin hits bed. Dead. Tired. The fires have stopped. Heart and soul not yearning. Engines rust about to rot. Stalling. How to navigate and join up dots? Because if there's a map, mine's lost. I'm searching to find happy, comfort, tranquility. Apparently these are all places inside of me. Fuck it. Note to self. Stop thinking. Just stop being hard on yourself. Now that's got me thinking. Is it good to ask questions? To aim for personal acceptance? Is attempting understanding better than hiding and forgetting? Surely less sadness occurs in existence without repentance. Should we search inside? Glancing at poor Numb, no effect, desensitized, got me thinking. In all this magic wonder of perverse, fucked up ways for living in harmony, Earth, planet, stars, what are we? Note to self, my brain or me, just give it a rest talking to yourself now. But aren't you me? Deep. Going on a bit now, lad. Phone and porn away. Confused nonsense. Take a bath. Nice. Splish splash. Splish splash. Splish splash. Thank you. Okay. The next one. So that was a pretty sleepless night. So the next one's about the morning, really. Last night went the usual path. My mind on its hamster wheel. The destructive trap. Keeping myself up. Well past my brain being tired. Into the state of wired. Anxious about world conspiracies and my vitamin deficiencies. Take a smoothie to work. What a surprise! My eyelids only managed to be prized open at 1:45, totally late. Those morning plans will have to wait, except take a smoothie to work. So no morning post, no exercise, and definitely no time for an egg. I just couldn't get my ass out of bed, but there's time to take a smoothie to work. So as fate would forsake it, and as I try to make it, time reminds me to dash out the door. While putting my shoes on and getting a move on, I left the smoothie on the floor. Yeah, exactly. I was going to say fuck the smoothie, but I didn't want to swear. Okay, so this one is about me going to see a band at a gig. I discovered I was Jedi, or at least the Force was strong, when I went to see Oasis at the Milton Keynes Bowl. Now, full of hype, I'm walking in and I'm aiming towards a bar, and a man steps out to me and he takes me by the arm. I'm undercover police. And you've got two options now. You tell me if you've got drugs, and I'll only throw you out. Now, if you lie, and I find some on your possession, you're still getting thrown out and taught a little lesson. So yes, you will be arrested and put into a van. So now's the time to tell me what you have. Not a thing on me, mate, is what I said. 3 grams and a Henry in my sock spoke the dark side in my head. Suspicious and resolute, he began his quest, pushing me against the fence, a man possessed. My Jedi power kicked in. I put these words on lock. In my mind, over and over, not the sock, not the sock. So who are you with? Where are you from? Questioning part of his test. Calm and controlled like Yoda, I answered to my best. My mind's Jedi mantra on repeat. He's starting to search my feet. As the shoes come off, not the sock, not the sock. My heart was beating unceasing, the loud music starting to rock. Not the sock, not the sock. The tension increasing, I just keep repeating, not the sock, not the sock. What the fuck? He didn't look. Like a force field he couldn't touch. He stops so close to his prize, looks up with confused eyes. Thank you for your time. Enjoy your night. Goodbye. I smiled. He knew something was wrong, but the force is strong with this one. So just one look by my ankle, no cigarettes and no alcohol. I wouldn't have wondered at any wall. I'd look back with anger, crying my heart out as I slide away to a cell floor. Some might say it was just luck, but I'd call it a Jedi mindfuck. Thank you. Okay, that's my first little act for you all. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Nigel in the house? Come on through, man.
Just let Badger know that Domino's Pizza's totally cracked Ben up.
Just a minute, I'll just... Now, I gather that a few of you guys already know Nigel and have been involved with him over a number of years. It's a rumour. Nigel wrote to me a few months ago, and when I listened to his music, I was absolutely delighted to find somebody who can absolutely write music and sing and deliver. And
How much would you like to borrow?
he is living down in Cornwall, so has come a long way to see us. So would you please make him feel amazingly welcome here at the Drawing Room for his first performance. Nigel Mazlyn Jones. Thank you.
Slight rearrangement for a moment while we plug a couple of things in. Such is the beauty of youth. Great. Yeah, totally. Oh, we're getting there.
Why has this all changed?
Okay. What I'd like to do, this feels so like being back in Holland or Glastonbury or a 1978 free fair in Suffolk. There you go. So in a way, I'm going to hopefully take you back a little in time, because I think time's a very good overview of things. And when one was very young and optimistic, and now one is older and also still optimistic. I'll give you this song which is called All in the Name of Love, because really that's what it's always been about and probably will always stay. Can we record that? That was very good. Sample it. Sample it. You ought to do beatboxing. Now. The problem is that now you've come into the room, of course, the temperature's changed, so the guitar's gone out of tune, so bear with me a second. Richard blithely told me just earlier it's going out live on YouTube. Because no, I didn't know, so I haven't let anybody know. But there you go. Okay, this might end up more than one song. It's a good job it's not a piano, isn't it? I've got one. I put it in the cupboard because tuning it was a nightmare. Luckily for you, I've put the other 12 string away for a moment.
Catch the light as it's pouring up over the sea. If we don't have loving, we never will be free. All in the name of love. All in the name of love. All in the name of love. We don't watch the moon rising over this earth. Come on, children, rise for all you're worth. Don't you let no politician try to push you away. They're just scared of what you're saying. If you say it all in the name of love, all in the name of love, all in the name of love. You can sing your name in the name of love. Sing it in the name of love. You can sing it in the name of love. You can sing it in the name. But the year 2000 might bring a new age. Stonehenge and Glastonbury turn a new page. Don't you believe in those whose hearts are cold? Look to the stars, you're all in the same fold. All in the name of love. All in the name of love. All in the name of love. When the sun comes up, sun goes down, and the sun might spin us higher and higher off the ground in the wheel, in the wheel, and love comes up. Love goes down. Love can spin us higher and higher off the ground in the wheel, in the wheel, in the wheel. And the times will tell. Time always knows. And the time comes round and round when we must go in the wheel, in the wheel. In the wheel. It's the wheel, oh the wheel. God knows it's the wheel. It's the wheel, oh the wheel.
wish old music was gone. Let's put this a little closer. There you go. I love technology, which is why I don't have a smartphone. We just have to be a technical engineer here for a moment because just careful with that picture. Having dealt with so much equipment all my life, I kind of have been trying to avoid a smartphone. Don't trust the internet. I've seen the thickness of the copper wires in the telephone system. They're not very thick. You can't solder them, they're the wrong metal. You can twist them together. You can call a BT engineer out for £150 and have him do it for you. Huh? The young man, when he was 19, wrote a little song. I'd very rarely been in a city when I was 17. Birmingham was a long way away, bus ride on the 74 bus. And when you were there, it was really quite frightening. But that's where you had to go to get your 5-bob deal. I love the way terminology changes. That's a blim now. Wherever in this life you may find yourself, no matter where in this life you might find yourself, it only takes two to make it, always takes two to make it, only takes two to make it, we can make it right. And if you're alone in the city, and there's trouble going on, you find yourself alone in the city, a fight going on. Walk away, it takes two to make it. Walk away, it only takes two to make it. Walk away, it always takes two to make it. We could make it right. We could make it together through the night. We could make it right. We could make it wrong. Have an argument right now. Or we could make it right. And an old friend, he comes round, knocking on your door. And you didn't see them for years. They're knocking on your door. Let him in. It always takes two to make it. Might be down. Always takes two to make it. Always takes two to make it. We could make it right. Always takes two to make it. Feel free to sing. Only takes two to make it. Always takes two to make it. We could make it right. Go on, you've got it. Only takes two to make it. Always takes two to make it. Always takes two to make it. We could make it right. Make it through this night. We could make it right. From old songs to very new songs, which is called Common Ground, which the whole planet is, which we seem to be getting it on board slowly. Few of us have got it, few still yet to get it.
the least, the last, and the lost have no home here. Living on the surface of this earth, washed away by the rains. Life moves, life lives, life laughs with us, and tides and time erode, and fate dictates the time we have. Children grow and leave, while men wage war, always wage war in God's name. And life moves, life lives, life laughs with us. And all the time, the sea sculpts her shapes from the land. The sun shines behind our clouds. The gods laugh, all the gods laugh, how they laugh at the stars. And life moves, life lives, life laughs with us. Life moves, life lives, life laughs with us. That'd be really helpful if you stopped breathing so heavily so the temperature went down just a tad, so that I stopped sweating quite so much. So bear with me. I think we'll do another. Okay, I've been living in Cornwall for 40 odd plus years.
black countrymen by birth. That's the West Midlands in modern terminology. But we're the people that did the first iron bridge in the world at Telford. A word you'll be hearing a lot of in the future, unfortunately. At what's it called? Madeley, I think. But having been born in the what we call the midnight sunsets, which was basically when they opened up the electric arc furnaces and in the steelworks and the iron foundries, and they did that in the evening, at night, through the night. They vented the gases. So we're talking, I was born in 1950, and by the time I was 5, I was not allowed out in any winter month without this stupid, huge, hand-knitted scarf bound round my head so that just a pair of eyes could see where I was walking, because of the smogs. It was because it was before smokeless fuel. So if you hear a slight breathiness in my voice, it is not to do with smoking or driving millions of miles with a Volkswagen van. Has anybody driven a Volkswagen van? Or I think Volkswagen cars, the old ones, the Beetles, air-cooled, are just as bad. They have the vents in the front. Very clever. German technology. We put the vents in the front. Then the air from the car in front's exhaust comes straight in the front, and you have the benefit of the smell and ingestion. Who needs drugs? We have nitrogen dioxide. And it went on and on, you know. The electric arc furnaces and the foundries. I used to watch out of my bedroom window, because if it was a slightly misty, foggy, slightly evening, we used to get mega fogs. When you had slight fogs, the whole of the sky over in the, let's think it was over in the, well, it was from my bedroom window, it was north and east. But if I went out to the front, I could see the other way, and you would see these fantastic, almost like Northern Lights effects going on in the sky from the venting of the huge temperature of the gases. Quite spectacular, until you realise when you got older it was incredibly poisonous. So I went to Cornwall when I was about 22, and I've been there ever since. And I love Cornwall because it's the edge of the western shores of Europe. It's where it all ends. It's where the land meets the sea, and of course, actually 4/5. I mean, I'm talking round figures here. So, you know, if you're into maths and percentages, excuse me if I'm a percentage out. I like fractions myself. So 4/5 of the planet is water. We live on 1/5 the landmass, and we live on 1/5 of that 1/5. That's how big we are, and that's how much land we don't have. So we are building new land as we speak from plastic recycled in the Pacific Ocean. Currently, one of the biggest ones is 80,000 tonnes and quite a few mega square miles. And if they dump a bit of concrete on it, it would be a floating island. Maybe this is the place to put all the deranged leaders on the planet right now. Then you could move it round the oceans. You know, we've had enough of them here, just push them that way. Preferably towards the Antarctic, okay? But I do tend to write, I do love nature. I worked in wildlife and conservation a lot, and the shores of Cornwall, at least before they made that film Saving Grace in Port Isaac. Anybody seen Saving Grace? Hilarious. From that moment on, Port Isaac became a film set. I then moved inland. But in the winter months when there's nobody there, if you can just transport yourself, actually you're surrounded by beautiful woodland and views, so you have a hint of this. This is a song called Rocky Valley. It doesn't have a rhyme in it. It has no verse chorus structure. And in a way it's my nod to traditional folk music. I have sung this unaccompanied, but I don't really do folk clubs that often. I haven't for 30 years, but when you hear 30 voices in a pub in Boscastle doing your song, in high voices, because I can't sing that high these days. It's very lovely. Anyway, this is called Rocky Valley, and I'm quite likely to drift off into something else, I suppose, which is also be Cornwall related, though it might be a bit instrumental. But you'll have the mood, so you might carry on the mood into the instrumental, one hopes. And you'd like me to sing a little nearer the mic, Richard, I do know.
You could have had the floors levelled with a spirit level, you know. These are old ones, aren't they? Wouldn't pass building regulations now, you know.
Is that a little bit better? I have walked from Rocky Valley. Who's put the reverb on? Could we take a little of that reverb off, please? Thank you. I have walked from Rocky Valley to Trebarwith Strand, beneath the sun, beneath the moon, and all across this land. Within the vales, close by the hills that stand over the sea, where rivers rush from waterfalls and bring this song to me. I hear the running brooks that join into these flowing streams, as swept along by nature's song. Oh, I become the dream. Green are the ferns that stroke these hills that roll from here to forever, as heaven's way is here below. A journey to forever, and heaven's way is here below. A journey to forever. There is a place I am going, I've heard it said somewhere, that this is a journey we all must travel. Come, let us breathe the air, and while we are breathing, let's talk about what we
And while we are talking, let's talk about everything we have. And I know one or two of my friends are waiting. I know they're waiting there. But they have traveled this way before me. I'm making it ready for me over there. So while we are waiting, let's talk about what we've had. And while we are talking, let's talk about everything, everything we have. For there is a place I am going. It's a long, long, long way down this road. And I hope and I pray that all of you, my good friends, I hope you live a good life. I hope and I pray you have a good life. But there is a place I am going. I've heard it said somewhere that this is a journey we all must travel. Come, let us breathe the air. And while we are breathing, let's talk about what we've had. And while we are talking, let's talk about everything, everything, everything we have.
I'll leave you still in seascape mode slightly. Let's put that. Don't lean it on the oil painting, Nigel. You can lean it on that because it's printed, but not on that because it's painted. Very appropriate. That was very succinct. So we have an ocean, but it's definitely not Cornwall, but who cares? It is all big, one big ocean. Don't throw any plastic bottles in it. This might take a little tuning. Where's that rag? We need to get rid of the sweat as well. This is back to being an old song. Those last couple were very new. I was always very impressed by songs of hope. And I suppose the best songs of hope that I heard when I was young were really from Negro spirituals. And it was through those that I learned about slavery, and I learned all my history and social stuff through the songs I heard. So folk music taught me about working songs and why a chain gang slung their hammers all at the same time, so they had the working rhythm. Because if you're a slave and all you're going to do is sling a lump hammer all day, best do it in a rhythm with your mates. Makes the time go by quicker. So this song was kind of a nod to that in a way. And this is called On a Singularly Fine Day. As most days are. Depending on whether you're staring at a smartphone as soon as you wake up.
Alexis, how am I feeling today? Bloody awful. Okay, fine.
Why do you have to ask something that's over in America like Google? I just don't get it. Haven't we all sorted it out that the basic American premise is greed? Profit. Sorry, forgot that. Profit, not greed. Must get your terminology right. I do have a problem with accountants. However, I have to own up that two of my best friends are accountants. But they're nice people and they do honest accountancy. I stood up against a slightly odd corporate accountancy firm I was account number 1 from 1974. And they went from this little terraced little place in the little middle of a high street in Bodmin to a very large on the big estate opening, and it's all glossy and it's now, you know. And I took one of them slightly to task over, why don't you bother? You're the only company I ever deal with that doesn't send me an invoice statement, say quarterly. Even bi-yearly would be useful. Perhaps even send me a statement when you'd like me to settle my balance, but you don't. And you never have in 40-odd years. And they took total umbrage and sacked me. Now, apparently I'm down in history as the only person to ever be sacked by their accountant. The nice end to that story is I went to see a good friend of mine who's also an accountant all his life, and he said, welcome on board, looked at my figures, and within half an hour said, I can transfer some of your tax allowance to your wife. That'll save her 200 quid a year. And he was brilliant. I wish, why didn't I do that years ago? So Bennett Jones and Co, if you're watching YouTube right now, much to your chagrin, enjoy your profits. And your Mercedes-Benz. I'm not against wealth, just how it's got. Fine day the sun rose and cast beams onto the sea. She was smiling for the sailors, for the dreamers and for me. And just like a ship on a journey of adventure, we all came searching for the tides to carry us all seaward, carry us far and wide. She said, young man, the war is over. Won't you look at the dawning of a new day, when all the hatred is finished, there's nothing left for you to pay. But I've seen them all wielding their arrows, I've seen them raping these lands, and now they're resting a little gladly, 'cause a new morning is close at hand. So all searching will be over, and all striving falls in place. Social position, money matters, all be a sad disgrace. Those who hated will be loving, those who kill will be the lamb, and those who lie will be in sorrow. Those who love will go ever on.
On a singularly fine day the sun rose, cast beams onto the sea. She was smiling for the sailors, for the dreamers and for me. And just like a ship on a journey of adventure, we all came searching for the tides to carry us seawards, carry us far and wide, carry us far and wide, carry us far and wide.
I think we've warmed up now. I'll see you in a little while. Thank you.
We're going to be back in about 20 minutes. There are cakes. There are cakes. There is cake. And feed them, let them eat cake. Yes, have cake. There's hot chocolates. There's more wine. Let us know. Tor and David will be up to look after you very shortly. Are you enjoying yourselves? Make a noise for this man. Boys and girls, we are back for part 2. Have we got another? Having fun? Thank you. We're going to have another very short introduction with Badger. Make a noise. Thank you.
Thank you. Flowing waves of energy, a sea of never-ending people, lots of people, all born equal, different colours and breeding, religions, faiths and ways of reasoning, some more free-thinking, most stuck on destructive ways, inherited prejudice and biased teachings. Psychologically speaking, we're in a state. Insecure, unsure, suffering, carrying a niggling distaste. A mass consciousness that knows we're not on the right road. The earth is forgotten, we are numb. Let's unite and reconnect, let the systems be undone. Thank you. Okay, so this one's something I like to do. I'm gonna peel back the layers and reveal what's beneath. I may even bite your skin with my teeth. I'll take it slow, as no, you won't give in easy. It's gonna take some touching and teasing. Playing with you is so pleasing. To get you open and ready for my mouth. Can't wait to hear the juicy sound. Senses aroused, breaking you down. I love it messy and all over the place, feeling sticky on my fingers and face. Can't beat an orange for dessert. What did you think I was talking about, pervert? So that was called Orange. Okay. So it wasn't about sex, but this one kind of could be, but it's more about love. So love is new and very scary. My mind creates things quite contrary. I trust, I love, I doubt, I suffer. Trust falls off, I shout, I smother, I care. Then guilt, then rediscover what I first uncovered. My heart was opened, scared in its reveal, driving mind and body around a spinning wheel. Obsession's a hunger that's like no other. A total passion, unstoppable attraction, fighting through uncertain confusion, accepting our heart's fusion. The sharing of souls, releasing past ghosts, always trying to be open, not holding on to the things broken. Staying out the dark, that's controlling and deceiving, can turn saints to evil dealings. The war of love's commencing, savage yet repenting. Ceasing fire in your embrace, everything changes, fears erased. Nonsense, paranoid inventions, mind-created situations, all go with your touches, with hands that heal our anguishes. A melting pot of desires then adds to our madnesses, sexual fires blazing so intensely. Our endorphins mix impressively, frightfully well. An addictive cocktail so hot, wanting you just won't stop. Perversion and sharing of fancy can add insecurity, but equal strength in honesty. Could liberate me from my stunted self, taking back sensuality left on the shelf. A sexual revolution is happening internally, but in mind and soul, not just anatomy, or a ritual that's expected by the social collective. The battle rages on, going through stages. More words spill onto pages and pages. The outcome not decided. This war keeps us divided. We can't keep back in our corners, screaming, shouting, violent. I want peace and a happy environment. Understanding, caring, listening and sharing. We're both losers in this war. It's love and fear that cause the storm. Turbulence peppered with complete bliss. I just know and hope it's loving that wins. Okay, so this is the first poem I ever wrote, and this was I was just stressed out in a queue in Barclays Bank, which would probably make a lot of people write a poem sometimes. Okay, I feel it in the air I breathe. Any morning it'll make me sneeze. I'm aging at a rapid rate, the pressure, the debt, the coming of age. So what's it all about? I plead, I cry. No answer's the response. Well, at least I tried. You see, questions to my answers are hard to find. Ducking, diving, making it to next week. Or to be honest, I'll be pleased. What a feat. Just give me my break and deliver lifelong dream. Give me my knighthood and meet the queen. Fuck it, give me a tenner. That would help. This is a struggle. Any more fire than I'll surely melt. You see, my life's candle is flickering and fading. How can I keep up this evading? Thoughts and problems to face. I brush them under carpets and keep up the brave face. Through gritted teeth, I'll face the truth head on. As it's in these times you can't go wrong. It's simple, harsh, and not a happy tale. But keep your chin up, son. You will prevail. So okay, it's true what they say. Reap what you sow, be strong, try to grow. For trouble and strife is a part of life, and I have it wrapped round me, strangling and tight. It does hold me, mould me, shape my life. As the knife twists in, there's no way I can win. How? Why? What have I done wrong? Fuck it, at least it created this song. They shackle, beast and flog. As I work the clock, they beat the dog and turn the cog. But it's okay, because at least I've got a job. And I spit rhymes like Kermit the Frog. I am the master of all I don't prove, sitting on a pedestal with nothing to do. I deliver animosity. I try, I fail, dreams set, goals impale, the hopes and hearts of a bitter man, and that's why I order another gram. Wash it all down with some herbs and a beer. Now maybe I feel the cheer. Dance, 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 dance the fears and troubles away. Meet new people and press and purvey. I'm on top of the world, mate. All's good today. What is debt really anyway? All seems clear and all will be good. Hang on a sec, you know what they say about things that go up. So shenanigans and mischief keep me afloat, but deep down inside I'm a sinking boat. Darker, deeper, heading for despair. I laugh at it all, because in the end, do I care? It's all a big joke. So why should I choke? I'm a trier, and that's what I'll do. Keep ploughing on, even when done, because success will come to the strong. The ones who don't stop when the world thinks they're wrong. They shackle, beast and flog. As I work the clock, they beat the dog and turn the cog. But it's okay, because I spit rhymes like Kermit the Frog. Kermit the Frog. Kermit the Frog. So there we go. That was my fable. All that's left to prove is I'm able. I believe in myself, so I'll let it show. Yeah, I've struggled and yet I've stayed strong, but it's time to become the better man. So why not end this with a happy story? Who's to stop me reach my glory? I've done hard yards and done what it takes. Of course I've messed up and made mistakes, but what don't kill you makes you stronger. And I'm proof of this now I'm older. It's not in the fame or about the money. It's all about the twists and turns in the story. Life is to be lived, to be loved, to be enjoyed. But to achieve this, you must decide. Fuck it, look, just enjoy the ride. It's a roller coaster with mountains to climb. The only certainty is the sands of time. This is why you can't delay. Go chase your dreams, what else to say? It may be tough or harsh at times, but it's your unique passage, your moment in time. Hold this gift. You can be true. The only person who sees through your eyes is you. They shackle, beast and flog. As I work the clock, they beat the dog and turn the cog. But it's okay, because I spit rhymes like Kermit the Frog. Kermit the Frog. Kermit the Frog. This is my little last one for you. So, there are things that are certain. Like nothing is permanent. All will be lost in the end. Letting go of everything that's family, lovers and friends. Life is beautiful, but that is the cost. At least we're all energy, and that never stops. Thank you. Thank you very much. And that's me. Thank you very much, guys. Appreciate it.
You have heard the Badger on his very first gig. And I would like to welcome Nigel back to the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, Nigel Mazlyn Jones. Woo!
Life is just energy, and that never stops. Transmutes. A little setup moment, folks. YouTube, if you're wondering where I am, I'm on the floor again. Okay, let's try and master this smartphone. Thank you. Yep. Okay. As life is all energy, I've just completely changed what I'm going to start with. This song's called Sentinel. It's about, what's it about? It's on the Cornish cliffs, where you would call a watchtower a sentinel, you would call a lifeboat a sentinel, you would call, if you were out at sea, any light on the shore is a sentinel. That's home, or that's a warning. And when the world goes quiet and there's just you and the mists on the edge of the western shores of Europe, and you recognise your place in things and your time in things, and perhaps you've been out to sea and looked back at the land sometime and seen how different it looks, and then you just think, I live on that. I don't live on this floating thing, I live on that steady thing. And I've been out at sea a few times doing a few things near the cliff's edges and whatever. And I got caught in mists up near on Untitled Cliffs one winter time. And so I'd closed my eyes for a few seconds. I was probably in an altered state or something. When I opened them, it was all misty and it had all gone different, and I wasn't sure if that was my altered state or reality. It was reality, and I realised that I'd completely lost where the youth hostel was, only 500 yards away behind me, and everything had changed. And this song is about that, really, and any allegory you wish to draw from it. I can see a man on these cliffs, and if you close your eyes, you can reach. Take my hand, Sentinel, bluer than blue, the sky's silhouette, and the sun looks on, and on. Reach for me, Sentinel. Thine eyes call across these wastes
like black holes of ice in cold, clear space, in space. From the tips of her wings, the wind falls far below, below, below. I can see a man on these cliffs, and if you close your eyes, you can reach. Take my hand, Santa night, Santa night, Santa night. It's a very old song, but I still love that very dearly. Just have to get the sweat off the hands here a little. Another old song from the same album, first album actually, shipped to shore in 1976. A long time ago, but I find this song, revisiting it, is the only one of the advantages of time passing by and getting older is having a longer perspective to look back on, maybe something like that. So I find it odd to be singing a song that I wrote when I was 23, when I'm 67, that is about an older man's view of looking back on his life. So you'll see why I'm slightly. It's interesting when I play, as I think it through and. It speaks at me, if that makes any sense. We'll try not to bang this stand and rearrange. There's a chorus in this. I don't expect you to sing it, but if you pick it up, please feel join in. I've been somersaulting, flying around. Now I'm gonna land with my feet on the ground. And it's so nice being free. I could open my eyes, let me see. But I wanna be flying out in the blue. And I wanna be happy, Lord, just like you. And I'm building my castle of love, but I could do with a little help from above. And I love you, lady, like I love the mountain streams that run to the rivers and Take me home, take me home, take me home, dear Lord. Let me see your face. Take me home, take me home, take me home, dear Lord. Show me the smile on your face. Once I was just a young born lad with starlight in my eyes, and I would dance and laugh and sing, dance through the woods and sing. And if I heard myself, I'd cry. But now I'm older and the innocence is gone, and I'm feeling the lines of my age. And all I can do is to look up to you for a little help in my old age. Take me home, take me home, take me home, dear Lord. Let me see your face. Take me home, take me home, take me home, dear Lord. Show me the smile, show me the smile, show me the smile on your face. Take me home, take me home, take me home, dear Lord. Show me the smile on your face. Take me home, take me home, take me home, dear Lord. Show me the smile, show me the smile, show me the smile on your face. Fly home, my silver soul. Fly home, my silver soul. Take me home, dear Lord. Let me see your face. Take me home, take me home, take me home, dear Lord. Show me the smile, show me the smile, show me the smile. I enjoyed that, thank you. I've thrown the set list out really. Go with the flow. Okay, can you bear another bit of tuning for a minute? The third guitar that would be doing this, there's no room for it, so I have to tune this one. Okay, what can I tell you about this? Funnily enough, from the same era, same decade. Always found it slightly difficult to sing because of the content. Brief history, born and raised in Dudley, worked part-time at Dudley Zoo from when I was about 13. Went around all the animal sections. Was best thing of it all when I was about 15. The senior keeper said, yes, you can stay in the senior keeper's hut overnight for as many nights as it takes until the giraffe gives birth. But we can't guarantee it's usually at night. So that was pretty amazing. I think it was 5 days dossing in the senior keeper's hut up by the castle in the dark. I was 15. It was 1965. We still had Bill Haley and the Comets. Mum and Dad didn't like the Beatles. Had to hide my fur coat from the jumble sale in a hedge round the corner when I climbed out of my bedroom window to go haunt the streets after bedtime, pick up my fur coat and stick it on and then stash it back and hope it wouldn't rain. However, I went on to work at Jersey Zoo. A complete accident how I got invited out there. And I was going around with a guy who'd also been part-time at Jersey Zoo. And his first full-time job was in Dudley, and I met him and we became lifelong friends. But he got ill because a young man from home, got his own flat, wasn't eating right, got gut fevers. And Mum was sending me up to the zoo with pots of lamb stew and stuff. And then his parents flew over from Jersey and sorted him out and said thank you to my mum. And the parents said, if you ever want to come to Jersey, you'd be very welcome in our house to have a holiday. Following year, my mate says, going back for a week off to Jersey, do you want to come? Went there, he said, we'll go around and meet my senior staff. And I was wandering around and bumped into the, who was it? Jeremy Mallinson, the director, I think. And he said, introduce, what do you do? I'm studying business studies. Going to evening classes. And you could tell from my face I wasn't happy with it. He said, what do you really like doing? I said, well, I'm playing music and I'm working with animals. Mum and Dad said I couldn't go and work with animals full time because it wasn't well paid enough. I had to go and study. Anyway, he said, do you want a job? I said, So by 19, I'd stuffed the evening classes course, ran a few O-levels off in the modules so I didn't waste the first year. Sodded off and never looked back really, and went to work with the Great Apes and became very highly conscious under Gerald Durrell and his staff's tutelage of species extinction. So it's 1969 and I'm learning all about the scientific red books, which have been in existence then about 20, 30 years. And they are the world's complete compendium of every species that we know about and its demise and all of its habitat impacts. It's all there. Scientific red books, never mentioned in Parliament, never mentioned on the media, yet it is the main scientific reference that's been running for over 50 years now. If David Attenborough had ever mentioned it, we'd all, celebrate. Really missed Gerald Dole because he was a bit too outspoken for the BBC and they sort of moved him off. And they took on a milder voice who should have been saying what he's now saying 30 years ago because he knew it. But he didn't because it's establishment and it's BBC and rah, rah, rah. Not that I'm against it, but it should work properly, not a bit. So just a few days ago, we got the news. Last male white rhino dies. I was coming down the stairs, heard it on the downstairs radio. To my shock, found myself stopped in my tracks. My emotional reaction was suddenly 19 years old. Severe. I was very upset. Okay, it's on the TV now. We're going to have the cricket scores. Let's move on. 80,000 tons floating in the Pacific. Use your artificial intelligence, invent little boats, robot-driven boats, and they go along and they pick up all the litter and they store it, all artificially robot done. They grind it up and they reconstitute it to oil. It's very easy. They can apply their artificial to do stuff that we really don't want to do. We could put it right. Because the planet is very finite. And, when a tree is sick, you don't mess about with the leaves. You go to the root of the problem. And it's capitalism, greed driven. And the more expensive the suit, and the better tied the tie, the more I worry. Here's a good trick. Next time somebody's speaking at you from the TV, take a newspaper, sellotape it across, say, the left-hand side of the TV, turn the sound down and study the right-hand side of the speaker's face for, let's say, a minute. After a minute, go to the TV, swap the paper around, cover the right-hand side and study their other side of their face for a minute. Then you'll see that there's two people talking to you, usually. So I'm going to do this song called The Man and the Deer, in which I wrote in '73 about the last remaining stag in a deer species. So when I heard the news recently, you'll see why 50 years later I kind of went,
Has nothing changed? No. Okay. So, and we get one verse is the deer or nature speaking, and the other verse will be man, and I used the word man because I was 23 when I wrote it, in a generic term, human, not male or female, just man being human then. A word that's getting our words are getting all chewed up and messed, and it depends on your understanding as to what context you take them in, and curve it, rib it. Do like poets. Nice to meet you, Badger. Sorry, YouTubers. It's called The Advantages of an Acoustic Guitar. Dear me. Okay, hold your breath and keep the temperature steady for a second. Difficult. Behave. Patience. Start again. Can you hear? Actually, this might be interesting for you. As I tune, do you happen to notice any beating waves in the air where they get slightly faster and then they slow down? I'll show you. Again. You get the wave and it changes its speed. Just do it one more time. Oh, a bit loud. The power of sound is I've become more and more fascinated. And I'm not a Bible basher. There was a story in there about how many trumpets blew the walls of Jericho down. Anybody know what the reference? How many trumpets blew the walls of Jericho down? Which everybody thought was a fairy story. Well, you've heard of sound cannon, haven't you? Russians done it, America, we all know about that, don't we? It's very powerful stuff, sound. Urban societies running around with a cacophony of about 70, 80, 90 dB running on all day, 24 hours a day. Quietens down to about 10, 20, which depends where you live. You constantly got it in your ear holes. It's a constant background. And using your eyes on screens. Where's the sky? I can't see it. It's too many tall buildings. So we're losing touch. Often surmised, biblical again, old story. The meek shall inherit the earth. And I've often thought, the meek shall inherit the earth. Is that the people who know how to live in a cave? Because I know how to dig a hole at a festival and to keep one's ablutions going, you know. Does everybody? I'm not being apocalyptic here, I'm just going, we see the news and then we move on to the cricket scores or whatever. And so I can't write a song for the last male white rhino because I've already written one about the last of a species, and it's this one, which I think we nearly... I've had to try and iron out 12 sound waves. And the better it is, the more magical it is for me to play it. Well, I am tall
and I steal like your breezes through your bracken and your trembling leaves. I steal your sunlight as she dances on you, and I say I love your earth, I say I love your streams. I am the leader and sole survivor. My antlers grow, but only for strength. I've heard you coming down through my forests, and I've felt your arrows. I've heard your breath. I glanced the glade through silver birch trees, poised my aim to strike you well. Though you in living are a thing of beauty, still I will kill you and take your life. Please leave me standing. Take not this nature. Let this canopy of sky and trees remain my home, where I well suited can be a part of what you see and feel. But you're so tall, and you steal like my breezes through my bracken and my trembling leaves. You steal my sunlight as she dances on me, and you said you loved my earth. You said you loved my streams. Now I am the leader and sole survivor. My antlers grow, but only for strength. I've heard you coming down through my forests, and I felt your arrows. I've heard your breath. Forgot to get my watch. How are we doing on time, Richard?
We've got, where are we now? It's 10 to 7. Got about another
are in this room. I hardly need, but yes. Of course. It's not going out. Right, okay. But you heard it, didn't you? You heard it.
Yeah, we heard
That's
it.
cool.
Amazingly.
Sorry? It
Transmutes.
Which one is it? I'll sort it out later. We have swallows that will be coming back quite soon in Cornwall to the little barns that I renovated, and obviously it took their homes off them, so I built them other places and other ways of nesting. So we get 3 or 4 a year come back, and they always end up as a pair of 2 pairs. 2 pairs, one in one little barn and the other one up the other end, and they arrive with 2 or 3, sort themselves out to 4, and then 17 to 20, 3 or 4 leave, depending on the season and how many broods. And occasionally you'll pick the old ones up that are not going to go back again. The first one I picked up, it was like picking up nothing, and I just went, how heavy is a swallow? Well, it's between, when it's growing, it's between 2, 3, 4, 5, perhaps even 6 ounces. And then they do 3,000 miles away, flying with their family and their kids, and then they do it all backwards 6 months later. I have a great deal of fun on the way. See all their mates. Hang around in Turin Airport. Fly over mountain tops. Fly at night, hardly ever come off the wing. They've hardly got any legs left because they spend 90% of their life on the wing. Amazing. And so they've ended up on the front of the new album cover, and they have a song called Free Flight, which in my head, I have reared a few little baby birds now, and I noticed that their smell is fantastic, bizarrely, but yes, and they look at you with that prehistoric eye, because they're like a kind of prehistoric skeleton if you take the feathers off. So they're miniature, billions of years ago animals, really. It's difficult when you get eye-to-eye contact with an animal that hasn't got an iris to get emotional connection. I think that's why cats are so popular and dogs, because it's all in the eyes. But with a dolphin, it's not. A whale, it's not, and a collared dove, it's not. And buzzards are decidedly evil if you happen to see them really close. They say,
I run the Labour Party and the Tory Party and the Putin Party and the Trump Party, and I'm gonna kill you.
Sparrowhawks are worse. They're small. So the shorter the politician, the more dangerous they are. You noticed how tall Putin isn't? I want to see, I haven't seen anything online yet of a swap of hairstyles, but I'm sure it must be out there somewhere between Kim Jong-un and Mr. Trump. So this is called Free Flight. I'm going to turn the guitar up because otherwise YouTube won't hear. So as they fly over countries, they're smelling them, because our smells go up. So I've had an occasional couple of flights on a glider, hang glider. It was a bit weird, but the smell as you moved over the landscape was totally noticeable, whatever crops are coming up. But yeah, and I was thinking, what do the birds smell? But what do they hear? Because their hearing's pretty amazing too. Hence they're talking all that high frequency stuff, and there's tweets out of our human hearing within bird song that if you looked at it on an oscilloscope, there's a whole bunch of frequency going on up there that we aren't listening to. We're hearing the whistle, 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 but we're not hearing the cosmic, cosmic, cosmic. maybe they hear flamenco when they fly over Spain. 3,000 miles on the wing. When I'm home, you'll hear me singing. There's nothing like free flight, crossing oceans in the middle of the night, watching the green fields sailing below, peaks and valleys all covered in snow. Those rhythms, they just float on up. Spanish dancers and the flamenco of love. Crossing the channel, white cliffs go floating by, in the beat of a wing, in a blink of an eye. Rolling green fields get so cold at night, gotta rest my feathers when I see home inside. Trouble you for a water, please, Richard. Okay, out of the air, down to the sea level, I think. I'll do you a piece called Ship to Shore, which is about a shipwreck. I've seen a couple. Did a little stint watching thing, dealing with little bits and pieces inshore, but did watch a huge cargo vessel take 24 hours as nature drove it onto the North Cornish cliff edge with, I don't know, maybe 10, 12 crew, and we were all on the cliffs because nothing could be done, and it was a couple of miles out at sea with prevailing winds and conditions were sweeping it in. It had lost power, choppers come out, and over a period of hours as it drifts closer and closer, they get the crew off quite safely, but the captain won't leave, and the hours are going by and the light's disappearing. We're all on the cliff edge, very cold, going, come on captain, get off the boat, there's a chopper waiting, all your mates have gone, and then we all go home and go and have tea and change clothes and go down the pub, not worry about it. Anyway, they did get him off, great, and next morning, I, like a load of people, rushed back to see the condition of the boat. This huge mega cargo vessel had pretty much disappeared. It was in shallow water, had been broken completely in two, and all that you could really see sticking out of the water was the bridge bit, the tall bridge bit where the captain and all the officers, and then it was sticking out of the water, and well, that's just one example, but this song isn't about that, but it is about a shipwreck. And like all songs, there's an allegory in there if you want to, or two if you want to find them. Thank you. And in this, there's certainly an allegory. I often think of the planet as being a ship. I often think of the officers and the crew, and all the allegories to do with mutiny and walking the plank and stuff like that. Tiny bit of tuning. So this music goes in waves like a storm. There are paper bags provided very kindly by Richard there. Like this before, I'm scared out of my mind. Never thought that this could happen to me. Now I'm praying for the first time. Teachers, won't you save us, please? Look over the side, the sea's on us. Breaking up this ship, he won't save us. Never had to fight like this before, just to bring to shore. Never seen a sight like this before. I'm scared out of my mind. I never thought that this could happen to me. Now I'm praying for the first time. Oh, just won't you teach us, please? Look over
over the side, the seas on us. Breaking up the ship, he won't save us. Never had to fight like this before, just to bring this ship to shore. Ship to shore, shore to shore.
think that's it. Thank you, Richard. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure, delight. Thank you. And thank you, Richard. I'd like to just say thank you to the guys doing the sound and the people we never see who've been attending, and thank you for the detail.
NMJ.
Thank you, Richard. Pleasure. Anytime.
Well, thank you all for coming out tonight, including everybody who's still in the Zen Den. And if we do the same again, I'll say everybody outside. No, there's nobody outside tonight. We did have a gig where this girl did not actually realise that there were people listening outside, and she made some reference to people being outside, and suddenly there was a cheer outside in the yard because we had speakers out there as well.
Did you think it was a psychic event?
Could have been, on another level. We are back, not next week. This is the first time this year that we haven't had one on Saturday, or once we've started this programme, but we are back on the 7th of April. You'll need to be quick because that show is already half sold out. And if you're not on the mailing list and you'd like to, just drop me an email and I'll sort that out and let you know what's going on. I would like also just to thank, not least the fact that people have just come here for the first time, but one gentleman has come all the way from Sweden to be here tonight. Ulrich. And yes, I would like to thank the sound crew, and also to David and to all who've been working in the kitchen tonight, and of course our spoken word Badger. Thank you. I'm going to put on some background music. If you'd like to stay and have another drink, we can do that. There are some albums for sale, so please come and talk to Nigel if you'd like some albums. I trust you will sign them for them. Bird scarers, he said. But we will be back in a couple of weeks' time, and thank you so much for coming out this evening, and hopefully see you all again very soon. Thank you. Thank you all. Thanks.